The Necklace by Guy de Maupassant. Today's lesson objectives. 1. Identify the different types of conjunctions. 2. Share personal experiences that are related to the theme of the literary piece. 3. Use the appropriate conjunctions in sentences. Before we proceed to our discussion, let's have first an activity. I will divide the class into 3 groups. Each group will be given pieces of paper with words written on them. The first group who can arrange the words correctly and create a sentence will receive a reward. Are you all ready?
Yes, teacher.
As soon as you see me, get in the car.
Great job. Everybody got the correct answer. This activity is closely related to our lesson, which is conjunctions. This activity will be your guide in understanding our lesson for today. But before we proceed to the story, class, there are some words or idioms in the text which you might not be familiar with. So, in order to understand those, I have here sentences using the said unfamiliar words. In each sentence that I will state, I will give you choices, and one of those is synonymous to the unfamiliar word included in the sentence. The student that I will call would be the one to answer. Please jot down all the unfamiliar words and their meanings. Do you understand?
Yes, teacher.
Here are the sentences containing the unfamiliar words. Let us now try to find out the meanings of these words. Very good, class. You were able to find out the meanings of the underlined words. Before we proceed to the lesson, I have here questions which you need to answer after reading the selection. Will you read the questions?
One. What is the theme of the story? 2. What are the highlighted words found in the story? 3. What do we call of those words?
Good. Now let's read the selection entitled The Necklace by Guy de Maupassant. By the way, who among you experienced to lose something very important? If you have experienced such, describe the situation. How did you feel about it?
Ma'am, I felt really bad when I lost the bracelet that my mom gave me. Because it carries a lot of memories with it.
Thank you for sharing with us your experience. Losing something with so much worth is indeed a very unfortunate event. Now, is everybody ready to see what we are about to learn in today's story, The Necklace?
Yes, teacher.
A young woman named Mathilde Loisel is married to a little clerk of the Ministry of Public Instruction. They live a poor life, which Mathilde hates. One day, they were invited to a grand ball where the rich people would also come. Mathilde buys a new gown from her husband's savings, intended to buy him a gun for shooting larks, for his hobby. To go with that very elegant gown, she borrowed a diamond necklace from her friend Madame Forestier. At the ball, Mathilde was not just simply pretty but prettier than any woman there. When they arrived home after that ball, she discovers that the borrowed necklace was gone. She felt so nervous. She and her husband tried to find it, but were not able to, so they bought another one exactly the same, for 34,000 francs, from its original price of 40 francs, such a very big amount of money for the couple. They used up Mathilde's husband's inheritance, borrowed from usurers, and they worked odd jobs for 10 years just to make up for that amount. After a decade, Mathilde sees Madame Forestier by chance, and after those years, finally confesses that the necklace she returned was a replacement. Madame Forestier is shocked, and told her that the necklace she lent her was neither of great price nor authentic but a fake one, worth only at most 500 francs.
Let us now answer the questions posted before reading. Number 1. What is the theme of the story? When you lost something valuable that doesn't really belong to you, be brave and honest enough to admit it to the owner that you lost his stuff. Good. Class, there are inevitable moments in life, situations that will come across our paths which will test our true characters. There are even times when we think we are prompted to flaunt a facade or show off somebody who's really not us. We tend to pretend that we are this or that, just to feed our ego. We do not know exactly how it is to be contented. That's the mere reason which pushes us into being desperate to own something that doesn't really belongs to us, the very thing that leads us into despair, problems and hardships. Okay, number 2. What are the highlighted words found in the story?
2. Neither, nor, but, so, and.
Awesome. Number 3. What do we call of those words?
Conjunctions, ma'am.
As I have mentioned earlier, our today's lesson is about conjunctions. Conjunctions are words that connect words, phrases or clauses. Can somebody give a sentence using conjunctions?
Ma'am. The teacher is not only good in speaking but also in dancing. My dogs love playing either outside the house or inside my room. Yogurt and fresh milk are both delicious but expensive.
Very well said, class. Seems like we will not have a hard time in tackling this lesson. Okay. Let's continue. We have different types of conjunctions, namely coordinating conjunctions, correlative conjunctions, subordinating conjunctions. Anybody who can define any of the aforementioned types of conjunctions?
Ma'am, as I can remember, correlative conjunctions are pairs such as neither nor, not only, and but also.
A subordinating conjunction joins a subordinate clause to a main clause.
Coordinating conjunctions are words that join two or more sentences. They are the fanboys.
Correct. I'm impressed. Looks like I do really have a set of brilliant students. But first, let's have the coordinating conjunctions. As stated by your classmate. Coordinating conjunctions link words, phrases, clauses or sentences of equal rank. Example. For. And. Nor. But. Or. Yet. So. The sky and the sea are beautiful in the tropics. She is very intelligent, yet, she is never snobbish about it. Any question, class? Non-teacher, non-teacher. If there's none, can somebody give me an example of a sentence using this type of conjunction?
I was so excited to go swimming, yet my mother didn't allow me to go and join my classmates.
I am rich in earthly things, but God's love is very abundant in my life.
Great. You guys got it right. You're now ready to know more about the second type, correlative conjunctions. Correlative conjunctions are words used in pairs to indicate the relationship between two ideas. Example. As. Either. Or. Neither. Nor. Not only. But also. Aardvark is not only a great fisherman but also a great friend. We can either eat now or after the show, it's up to you. Isn't it easy to understand, class? Yes, teacher. Now, think of sentences with correlative conjunctions and share it to the class.
I want either the cheesecake or the frozen hot chocolate.
Both John and Lauren enjoyed the movie. Excellent. So for the last type of conjunctions, we have the subordinating conjunctions. Subordinating conjunctions are words that connect the ideas of the subordinate clause, dependent, to that of the main clause, independent. Example: because, if, since, while, although, unless. Although the skies were blue, there was a slight drizzle. We may be forced to begin legal proceedings if you don't pay your overdue account. Can you still follow, class? Will you give example sentences? Yes, teacher.
Sarah begins to sneeze whenever she opens the window to get a breath of fresh air.
We're never going to survive unless we get a little crazy.
Great answers. I know you guys had it on you. Give everybody a round of applause. So class, as we have discussed earlier, conjunctions are words that link other words, phrases, or clauses together. Without conjunctions, you'd be forced to express every complex idea in a series of short, simplistic sentences. I like cooking. I like eating. I don't like washing dishes afterward. Let's remember that we have three types of conjunctions. They are coordinating conjunctions, correlative conjunctions, subordinating conjunctions. Now, as a recap about the lesson that we have discussed, we're going to have an activity. Each group will be given a certain type of conjunction. Your task is to construct at least 5 sentences using the conjunctions under the type that's assigned to your group. It's quiz time, class. Class, there are 5 sentences written on the board. I want you to supply or give the appropriate missing conjunctions in each sentence. If everybody's done answering, please pass your papers in front. Class, please copy your assignment written on the board.
Goodbye, teacher.
Alright, let's call it a day. Goodbye, class. See you tomorrow.